Hello, this is Honest GB Fan again at the Panther Valley Railroad. Uh, Making a quick update reel here with my tablet. Sorry it's not a professional job here, but that's what I got to work with. Anyhow, um, I've got the bench work done here. Well, the top of it anyhow. Um, I can show you around the room here. That's about 10.5 feet or so, 11.5 feet, and then again 10.5 feet. And of course, where I left off last time was what held me up was creating this area here and having to create a way to support this board across down that way, across the width, not the length so much, but the width, without blocking where the railroad's going to come down here and across here and then down that way, and we'll slowly sink down below the tabletop level and go across that part of the room there, and it will lower down about 6 to 8 inches along that wall there, and then come back around here, and I'll have my staging area underneath there. What held me up was trying to figure out the support beams underneath there and still support the center of this board and still have the track go along that board there between those two. But I think I showed that in my last video. So anyways, let's get over here. I got a couple of toys here. This little saw here is a great little saw for cutting small pieces of wood for making stuff like scratch building and things like that. It's not hugely accurate, but it gets it done for what I've been doing so far. There's my other saw. I had to bring it in. The weather's changing here, and it's been raining, and it snowed a few days back, so I thought I'd bring it inside. The only problem is I'm tired of lugging it around inside and outside, and then back outside to use it, and back inside. So I actually bought a vacuum, which is down there. You'll see that in a second. Anyways, that's got nothing to do with the update. Now I'm kind of stuck with an idea here along that edge, along this here. What's going to come along here is basically scenery in an industrial area will be in this area. This is where John Allen's time saver is going to be, and it's going to be an industrialized area there, and then it's going to come along here, and the yard work will be in this closet area in here. You can't see it very well, but anyways, here, yes, we watch zombie movies, and yes, we watch Doctor Who, and over in that corner we have The Hobbit. Yeah, we're kind of into fantasy stuff. Anyhow, where was I? The yard work is going to be in here. I'm probably going to do that later, do the rest of the bench work here, get some of it started to where I can actually do stuff, and then I will build the yard work in this area here, and I may build a bridge across from this wall. Let me back up again. Like I said, sorry about the tablet and everything. I'm trying to do this and not wake up anybody in the house or disturb anybody. But I may build a bridge work across this section here. But I'm not sure. I may not, because I don't. Well, we'll see what happens. I change things as I go, like most people do. Anyhow, this comes along here, and the yard work's going to be in there. And I wanted to bring up the yard work because there are several good, really good sites out there that you can look for planning yard work and actually, designing and using the yard work. One of them, Gene Harm, he talks about layout design, and those are some excellent videos. I wanna plug that because it's a good thing to see if you're designing a video, or you're designing your own layout. And he gives you some ideas before you start and have to change things or want to incorporate certain ideas into your track plan. They're just some great videos. Again, his name is Gene Harm. He's got a website. He does switching layouts and others. And then DJ's Trains. There's some excellent videos on there about yard work and switching and basic scenery. And I think he's got one on table work, but I'm not positive about that. But DJ's Trains, he's an actual engineer with, I believe it's CSX Railroad. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I believe that's what it is. And he's got some excellent videos and actual input as to the actual running of railroads. And he uses a drone to show several different yards that he works himself. So his videos are excellent. And I want to give a plug for that. And also, Ron Marsh, Ron's Trains and Things. His videos, he has some videos on yard design, and I've actually incorporated some of his ideas into my plan, which is still sitting over there. I'm probably, as I build this, I'm probably going to put these plans all over the table here so I know what I'm doing as I go instead of having to walk back and forth to the different sides. And also, I thought about putting the track plan down on the wood, the 1/4 inch plywood that I'm using here, but I decided not to until I get the pink foam board down, and then I'll draw it on top of that. Um, One of the updates I wanted to make was, yes, the table tops are done, but I've done none of the bracing underneath. And what's holding me up now is, of course, another idea and how to use it. Underneath here, as you see, I've got the 1/4 inch plywood here, which is plenty stable when you support it, width-wise. And I don't have an issue with that. What I want to do, though, is underneath here, where my staging area is going to be, it's going to be 6 to 8 inches lower. I haven't decided which, but the 8 inches, the grade will be a little steeper coming along in here underneath, but it's not that bad. It's about 2% if I go 8 inches, and it's about 1.5 if I go 6 inches. But the clearance for my hand, I think, would be far better with the 8 inches. But what I've come up with is that I have to build a second level underneath for the staging area. And thanks again to Jeff Rogers. It was something I thought of a long time ago, but never thought about incorporating. But then when I saw his track plan, where underneath his track work, he has an area underneath where he's got a reverse loop, and I'm going to do that around my staging area underneath, I believe. But what I'm talking about here is that I have to put underneath here, I have to build, the bracing for it, of course. But if I use the 1/4 inch plywood, I mean, you can see how thin it is. It's stable enough, but I have to put more support underneath it. If I use a hollow core door, like DJ's Trains and Gene Harm suggests there's other videos as well, but I've already mentioned those two, so I mean, you'll see what I'm talking about on there. If I do that, it won't take as much support. The only thing is I have to think about being able to reach underneath, because I was thinking of an open grid work for my track staging area underneath, where it would be along the outer edge here, but a little bit inside so you don't bump it or anything, but then empty between where it comes down on the back wall there and then curves along here and then drops down to where the staging area would be below here, or I could let the grade continue along this way so the grade's not as exactly 2%, and do it along that edge there underneath 8 inches. And I'm leaning towards the hollow core door. I know it has issues with not being able to get up inside, but I really don't have to reach anything except that back track that's along the wall back there. And then, of course, if I come down here, and I'm just going to use this board as an example, come along here, and the reverse loop comes back this way and then back up again. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do there, but this is part of the planning. And as most of you know, as you plan, you have an excellent idea, and then as you're building it, you come up with other ideas, or you find out your first idea didn't work, and so you have to replan. But it's just minor stuff, and don't let it hold you up. It's not holding me up, it's just slowing me down. And I want to do this right. I want this to come out perfect. Well, I don't believe in perfection, but I want it to come out to where it's going to work correctly, and I don't have a large number of problems with the track work and everything else. And again, there's a TV. I'm probably going to put it up in that corner over there, up above everything. And I want to leave room in case I decide to have a upper staging area. What I may do is have it go along that wall, this wall, just like it drops down for an area, and this will go up, and it will go up a mountainside. I live near Reno, Nevada, and they have Donner Pass. As you look across from the freeway, you can see the railroad tracks going up the mountains. And it gave me the idea of perhaps making an upper level of 16, 18 inches higher, and then coming through here, and then perhaps a bridge work around here, and then it would be right there. Anyways, hope I'm not making you dizzy with this. Sorry. But that's where I'm at right now. And I have more to do. And like I said, I haven't done the bracing underneath, but I'm at a point where I can at least start thinking about what I'm doing and actually doing it. Uh, and like some people say, just get it done. And I'm trying to do that and at the same time plan it correctly and modify my plan so that it works with what I have here. Because I've definitely found that as you go, you find little minor things that need to be tweaked here and there. And that's a great thing about watching other people's videos is you get ideas on how to tweak it. Tweak your layout plan and be able to succeed in what you're building. On my site, there are many playlists that show landscaping, building kits, scratch building, all kinds of things. I need to go through and organize them so that I have two that say landscaping, and I need to organize them into one and divide it up into where I have a playlist that says trees, and making trees would be in that one, and so on and so forth. So I've spent a lot of research on YouTube looking up people's videos, and there's a lot of great ideas out there. Most of these are not mine; they're other people's, so I hope they don't mind me putting them in my playlists because I'm not trying to monetarily benefit from them or anything like that. But I want to share these ideas with other people, and I figure the more they're out there, the more people will find them. I hope that makes sense to the people that I've copied their playlists their videos onto my playlists, and I hope that's okay with them. If not, shoot me a message. Again, subscribe, like if you would please. This is Honest GB Fan at the Panther Valley Railroad, and there's my layout, and it's getting there. Yay! Have a great day. Thanks again. Bye. And again, subscribe and like, and give me any comments you have. I'm open to anything that would help. And you guys have a great day. Again, Honest GB Fan, Panther Valley Railroad, signing out. Bye.